As we gather to celebrate this important anniversary, it gives me great pleasure to introduce a very special guest. He is someone well known to us. He's a musician and a hockey history buff with a special interest in the early days of professional hockey. More importantly, he's been a steadfast and unwavering champion of Canada's prevailing values of freedom, democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. Above all, he's a proud Canadian. He's our 22nd Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please give a rousing Abbotsford welcome to the Right Honourable Stephen Harper.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Waheguru, Jika Kelsa, Waheguru, Jiki Fate. Thank you, Ed, for that introduction, and also just in front of all your constituents here, thank you for the great work you're doing, not just as Member of Parliament for Abbotsford, but also as our Minister of International Trade. Thank you. Greetings as well to Premier Christy Clark, to Mayor George Perry, to all representatives of provincial and municipal government, as well as to all of my parliamentary colleagues who are here, James Moore, John Duncan, Tim Uppal, Nina Greywall, Randy Camp, Mark Warwa, Ron Cannon, Devinder Shori, and Tim Uppal. Tout d'abord, j'aimerais remercier la Société Calcitiwan de m'avoir invité à cet événement historique de centenaire du Temple Sikh d'Abbotsford. I want to begin by thanking the Calcitiwan Society and its president, Cabo Hundal, for inviting me to be part of this historic event. I want to congratulate the Society and all those responsible over the last century for the preservation, restoration, and operation of this landmark Canadian Gurdwara. The 100 years, isn't this a fantastic milestone? This centennial, the Gur Sikh Temple, is an opportunity to remember the brave pioneers from Punjab who built this sacred place, and to celebrate the enormous contributions that generations of Sikh immigrants and their descendants have made to our great country. It's also an opportunity to reflect on the many challenges the community faced and overcame on the path to becoming full and equal partners in the mainstream of Canadian life. This national historic site, the longest standing Sikh Gurdwara in North America, speaks volumes about Canada's singular role in the world as a sanctuary and a place of opportunity for immigrants from every point on the compass. But as the Sikh community knows all too well, early Indo-Canadian immigrants endured the cruel sting of discrimination in this country. At the dawn of the 20th century, even as hard-working Sikhs like the volunteer loggers who built this temple were making their mark in the forestry, mining, construction, farming, and railroad industries, this community was singled out for discriminatory immigration, labor, and citizenship treatment. Nothing can be done to change history. Like the mighty Fraser River that courses near here, it flows inexorably out of our past, but also through the present and into the future. Part of what makes Canada such a peaceful, cohesive society is our ability to move on, leaving old wounds and arguments behind. Les Canadiens, immigrants ou non, ne laissent pas les événements des générations précédentes nous limiter. Nous célébrons plutôt ce qui nous unit en tant que Canadiens. Canadians, both newcomers and native-born, do not let the events of previous generations imprison us. Instead, we celebrate what has ultimately bound us together as Canadians, like the extraordinary success of the Sikh community in our great country. In every field of human endeavor, business, science, medicine, the arts, even politics, no, I say especially politics, Sikhs have succeeded in Canada. Successes like Nina Greywall, a first-generation Sikh Canadian who became Canada's first female South Asian MP and member of the first husband and wife MP team when she was first elected in 2004. Let's hear it for Nia. And like Tim Uppel, a third-generation Sikh Canadian born here on the West Coast, who now sits in our federal cabinet. Let's give Tim a big hand. And successes like the brave Sikh Canadian members of the Canadian Forces, who have served our country so proudly in Afghanistan and upheld the legacy of their ancestors, including the veterans of the British Army, who were among the first Sikh settlers in Canada and builders of this temple. Le Temple Sikh d'Abbotsford, avec son nouveau monument du centenaire et son nouveau musée, est un lieu sacré pour le sikhisme au Canada. The Gur Sikh Temple, with its beautiful new centennial monument and museum, is a shrine to Sikhism in Canada. Future generations of Sikh Canadians, and many others, will come here to learn about the courage, hardships, and perseverance of our earliest Sikh pioneers. They will learn of an adventurous, proud, and devout people who passed on all these noble characteristics to their descendants and made our Canada stronger and better. Encore une fois, félicitations. Once again, congratulations. Waheguru, Chikakavsa, Waheguru, Jigihai.